All right, let's talk about something that's super important, but we don't always think about our home network security. We're going to go through how to turn your home from a potential target into a digital fortress, and we're using expert advice straight from the National Security Agency. So let's get into it.
So let me ask you this. Is your home basically an open house for hackers? I mean, we all have dozens of devices connected to the internet these days, but have we accidentally left the digital front door wide open? Just think about it. Every single connected device you own, your laptop, your phone, that smart assistant sitting on your counter, is a potential doorway into your digital life. Your smart speaker could be used to eavesdrop, your webcam could be hijacked, and if your router gets compromised, well, that exposes everything. Each device is an entry point.
And look, this isn't just me trying to scare you. This is a direct, blunt warning from the NSA. Their message is crystal clear. The threat is very real. But, and this is the important part, it is absolutely preventable if you have the right habits.
Okay, so here's our game plan. Think of it like leveling up your security skills. We'll start with the digital front door. Then we'll cover the absolute essentials. After that, we'll fortify your router, learn some elite defense habits, and finally, we'll talk about how to stay safe when you're not at home. First up, your digital front door. This is all about understanding the main threat and honing in on the single most important piece of equipment for your home security. Everything, and I mean everything, starts right here.
Okay, picture your home network like a castle, right? Your router, that's the front gate, the drawbridge, the whole shebang. If that gate is weak or just left unlocked, it really doesn't matter how strong the rest of your defenses are. The NSA makes it clear that a compromised router can lead to every other device on your network getting compromised too. All right, let's get into our first level of defense, security essentials. These are the absolute must-do basics. Think of these as the simple, daily habits that build the foundation for everything else.
These 3 habits are your first line of defense. Seriously. Number 1, update everything. Just turn on automatic updates. They patch security holes before the bad guys can even find them. 2, use strong, unique passwords. Get a password manager. That way, if one account gets breached, they can't use that same password to get into everything else you own. And finally, number 3, reboot regularly. A simple weekly restart can actually flush out certain types of malware from your device's memory. You know, the nasty stuff that can't survive a reboot. Okay, basics are down. Now we're moving on to level 2, really beefing up your router security. We're going to dive into the settings, but don't worry, it's way more straightforward than it sounds. First, let's talk about WPA3. You know, if the older WPA2 is like a pretty good lock on your door, WPA3 is like adding a steel deadbolt, a security chain, and a guard dog. It's the current gold standard, and it makes it so much harder for anyone to spy on what you're doing or break into your network. So here's what you need to do. Log into your router settings. It's usually in the Wi-Fi or wireless security section, and look for this option. If you can, choose WPA3. Now, if you have some older gadgets that don't support it, the WPA2/3 option is a perfect compromise. It gives the best protection to your new devices while letting the older ones stay connected.
Now, this is a really powerful idea the NSA recommends, network segmentation. The idea is simple. Don't put all your digital eggs in one basket. By setting up separate networks, you isolate threats. So if your smart TV has a vulnerability, it can't be used to attack your work laptop. Almost all modern routers make setting up a guest network super easy. And the last thing for level 2, your router's firewall. Honestly, think of it like a bouncer at a club for your network. It checks everyone trying to get in from the big wide internet and just turns away anyone who looks sketchy, blocking them before they even get a chance to knock on the door of your devices. Just make sure it's on. All right, ready to level up to the pro leagues? Level 3 is where we adopt the mindset of a real security expert. These are the habits that make you a much harder target. One of the key tools in any Security Pros toolkit is a VPN, a virtual private network. When you turn on a VPN, all of your internet traffic gets shoved through this secure, encrypted tunnel. What does that mean? It means nobody, not even your own internet company, can see what you're doing online. It's a huge layer of privacy. Next up, phishing. Ugh, we all get these, right? Those sneaky emails trying to trick you into clicking a bad link or giving up your password. The rules here are simple. Be suspicious of anything you weren't expecting. If you're not sure, check with the sender some other way, like through a text. And always, always remember, if an offer looks way too good to be true, it is. And hey, don't forget about your social media. It is so easy to overshare, and attackers can use that public information to craft better attacks against you, or even answer your security questions.
Just make it a habit, maybe once every few months, to pop into your privacy settings and make sure you're not sharing more than you intend to. So, your castle at home is locked down tight. Awesome. But what happens when you venture out into the world? Let's quickly cover how to stay safe when you're connecting to networks you don't control.
Let's be real, that free public Wi-Fi at the coffee shop or airport, it can be a total minefield. Your data is often just flying through the air, unencrypted, for anyone to see. The absolute safest bet is to just use your phone's data. But if you have to use public Wi-Fi, you need to turn on a trusted VPN first, every single time.
Okay, here's a pro tip you might not have thought about. Those handy USB charging ports you see at airports or cafes, they can be a risk. A bad guy can set up a compromised port to install malware on your phone or steal your data. It's a technique called juice jacking. The fix is so simple. Just bring your own power brick and plug it into a regular wall outlet.
So, if there's just one thing you take away from all this, please let it be this. Good security isn't a thing you buy or a switch you flip one time and forget about. It's an active, ongoing process. It's about staying aware, keeping things updated, and just building good habits into your digital life.
Look, you now have the blueprint to build your own digital fortress. But remember, security isn't a destination you arrive at. It's a habit you practice. So the real question is, what's the first move you're going to make today to be more secure?